Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 9th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. Also, this week, I'm back on Instant Go, so if you have the app, you can get short readings from me. There's a link in the description below. But let's see what's coming up for you this week. You show up this week, which is good. And actually, I'm going to pull an extra card here. I just want to see something. There we go. So you have the Eight of Clubs coming up first. Can represent confusion. Everybody's had a message of confusion or, something coming up this week. So it could just be the retrogrades. Could be just general confusion about the retrogrades. I'd say for you, this would be confusion about direction. And that could be anything, really. I mean, it could be relationships, what direction your relationship is going, or what direction you want your relationship to be going. Could be business, money, pretty much anything. This is a card of doing something different. It is a good time for experimentation. You show up as a Jack of Spades, which is like experimentation. To me, I always say it's a card of being like a child, looking at the world as a child does. So, again, experimenting with things, not worrying about what people think, that whole thing. So that's what I would encourage you to do. Next, you have the King of Spades. Three kings definitely could represent dealing with authority figures. I feel like this came up for you last week, or maybe it was the week before. So this could represent bosses, the police, courts, pretty much anything where there's some sort of authority going on. This is a card of justice, so it could be you experiencing some sort of justice in your life, but it does have a flip side, meaning it could represent dealing with somebody who is difficult at work. One other sign had a kind of a message about overbearing people, people at work who like try to take over, or if you're like working on a project, they try to take over the project or something like that, or they they don't let you speak maybe, or something like that. So I definitely say stick up for yourself this week, and don't allow people to do that. Next, Ace of Spades, some sort of transformation going on for you. This is also a card of existing problems being resolved. So it is a good card of definitely experiencing changes. To me, this is like the Death card, and the Tarot just represents some sort of transformation for you at this time. Next, again, you show up as the Jack of Spades. So this card is sometimes called the Child, and again, it represents, to me, being, inquisitive and trusting, just kind of like your hunches and trying new things, being very enthusiastic, and also just trying things, testing things out. To me, it's kind of like a card of experimentation and needing to try new things. I always tell people every single time that there's a bunch of retrogrades like this, to me, when there's a bunch of retrogrades, it's a great time to experiment with new things. I always hear all these astrologers and stuff saying, don't do new things, but I don't necessarily think that's right. I think we should be trying a bunch of things. Yeah, they might not work, but it also allows us to learn a lot. It allows us to try, new whatever it is that we're trying to, create new. So that's what I would encourage you to do there. Next, you have the King of Clubs. Again, another card of confusion. I mean, like I said, there's just a general level of confusion, I feel, this week for most people. So it's probably not just you. And, but so again, it can be a card of just not seeing things clearly. I would say it'd probably be a bad week for you to make important decisions, for sure. I would, wait if you can to make important decisions, or I would just kind of, really kind of think about things and stuff like that. Funny enough, I mean, it is a card that is considered to have a really good business sense. Even though it can represent confusion, it can say that you still have a good, sense about business and things like that. So I'd say trust your intuition on this card. Next, Five of Spades, taking some sort of a risk. I said this to, again, I don't remember which sign it was, but I do feel like anything that we do try to do at this time probably feels extra risky. Again, probably because of things from the past. We could be thinking about starting a new job, but we're afraid to leave the comfort of the job that we have now. Or we're thinking about leaving a relationship, but we might be afraid to leave the comfort of that relationship. So this is definitely a card about thinking those things. It is a card of divorce. It is a card of breakup. So, and again, just from reading comments from all of you, I think that a lot of you could be going through breakups at this time and or experiencing that. I do look at this as a mostly positive card because it is a card of breaking free. So it is a card of leaving something that could be negative. Usually if you had a 9 here, I would say to me, a 9 plus a 5 of Spades is a combination of a blessing in disguise. So, but again, you don't have a 9, so I can't really say that, but it is a good card of breaking away from something. And finally, again, with the King of Diamonds, a very good card for money, a very good card for saving your money. I would definitely tell you to save your money this week. I would say no expensive, purchases, no spending money that you don't have or anything like that. Because, again, this is a good card, but it is a card of like holding on to your money, holding on to what you have at this time, I think would be a good idea as well. But again, it can be a very good card for business, more money, more business coming in, and it can be a card of like a boss. And again, male, female, whatever, I don't attach sex to my card, so whatever sex your boss happens to be, it could be this person, even though it's showing up as a king. And again, it could represent that person trying to help you as well. So again, even if there are overbearing people, or like at your workplace or something, there, your boss probably knows that you're doing a good job and things like that. So looks like an interesting week. Again, for everybody, it's been kind of like all over the place. So I would just say, no important decisions, but other than that, it looks good. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.